The Pelicans continue to screw up the Zion Williamson era, and it just got worse. They let Lonzo Ball go to the Bulls in a sign and trade that brought back nothing impressive when they could have kept him. And if you think I'm being dramatic about this, and I know a lot of you are, check this out. One guy who doesn't do clickbait or hot takes like Kendrick Perkins is his teammate at ESPN, Zach Lowe. He said this to Woj just before free agency. This is almost reminding me of Anthony Davis 2.0. They realized they had a transcendent talent and just rushed to get veterans around him, and the team just wasn't good enough. And I think with Zion Williamson, they just have to be careful. That's a warning shot, and it's exactly what the Pelicans are doing. They are putting guys around Zion like Steven Adams, Eric Bledsoe. Oh, what's that? They got rid of those two guys? Yeah, they did, but they had to attach the number 10 overall pick to do it. It was a huge mistake to get them in the first place, and so to fix that mistake, they had to flip a top 10 pick. That is horrible. And now Lonzo is gone. The latest domino to fall in Zion making history and being the first guy to not sign a max rookie extension. I will drop a quote that should scare Pelican fans in a bit, but what they have done in free agency is a mess. Yo, it's Casey. AM Hoops Plus just launched yesterday, and you can still sign up August 2nd through August 6th. That is when we're taking signups. Yesterday, we all hung out when free agency was breaking. The Chris Paul news was huge, obviously.
How much Roberts turned a new leaf?
120.
4-year, 120.
Oh my goodness.
And we had a pretty funny moment. This is not on my man Lucas, who is awesome. Because technology is involved, he lost his connection. The internet sucks sometimes. And so we broke the exact same news back to back.
Trae Young and the Hawks are expected to finalize a 5-year, $170 million extension.
What's up, Luke?
This is a big signing. Trae Young and Atlanta.
I just said that.
Tim, you're ahead of the game, my friend. You are ahead of the game.
It was a lot of fun. Again, you can still sign up for AM Hoops Plus. I'll put the link down below in the description. On to the video. Zion is repped by CAA, the most powerful agency in sports. A CAA agent told Bill Simmons this: the Pelicans have totally mangled the last 2 years and are fully on course to lose Zion someday. Wow. Okay, that's not Zion's actual agent, but he works with him at the same agency. And you don't just say that about one of your coworkers' biggest clients if you don't have permission. Letting Lonzo go was the latest bad deal. And he's what Zion Williamson actually wanted.
Zo's a grown man, so he's going to make the decision that's best for him. The only thing I can say is I hope he stays. And yeah, just hope he stays. That's all I can say about that.
It is so clear in that clip that Zion likes Lonzo a lot, and so do I. I mean, imagine what Lonzo went through to come out the other side a really good dude. It's impressive. He had to endure peak LeVar Ball. When Lonzo was coming out of UCLA, the NBA world could not get enough of LeVar. He was on every single sports talk show. He had microphones in his face, even during Zoe's big moment, the NBA draft. If there was ever a circus distraction from LeVar, it was in 2017. So by the time LaMelo came around, LeVar was old news. We were kind of tired of him. Lonzo took all that dysfunction so LaMelo wouldn't have to. Then Zoe goes to the Lakers and Magic Johnson, more dysfunction. Magic basically says, hey, if you don't break all my records and retire a jersey, you're a failure. And still, Lonzo is a good locker room guy, soft-spoken, a humble person. So of course Zoe was gonna struggle in the NBA at first under that kind of pressure. Then last year, he had his best season. This made me go,
Things that make you go,
A career high from 3, staying consistent from last year, career high in points while still contributing as a playmaker despite being off ball. And that is what is so confusing about this move from New Orleans. Zoe and Zion were a great fit year 1 when Zoe was lobbing passes to Zion. Then Zion takes over ball handling duties. Zoe is still a good fit. That is incredibly valuable. and they just let him walk for a pretty affordable price. The Bulls got Zoe at 4 years, $85 million. He was restricted, so the Pels could have matched that, and they had the money. But reports said that before all this went down, they wanted to go after Chris Paul and Kyle Lowry, especially Lowry. Honestly, I was Team Lonzo. Nola wanted Lowry to be their Chris Paul, according to other reports, but paying a 35-year-old $30 million a year, not ideal. Paying a 23-year-old $21 million a year seems legit. The first deal to get done on Monday, literally the first tweet across my phone, was Lonzo to the Bulls. That means the Pelicans wanted to wait for Lowry and CP3. They said, Lonzo, just go ahead and take that deal. Well, guess what? You struck out on both Lowry and Chris Paul. So now they have no Lonzo, no Lowry, and no CP3. Instead, they got Devontae Graham. Congratulations. I know he's a good shooter, but the kid's 6'1", doesn't play great defense. Does that sound familiar? Oh yeah, the Pelicans' biggest problem, defense. Something Lonzo is actually good at, but that's not his only strength. Zoe is also a good shooter, what the Pelicans need. Also plays off ball, what the Pelicans need. So after striking out on their top 2 targets and letting Zoe go, they still have cap space to work with. Now, the big names left are like Spencer Dinwiddie, who would actually be a pretty solid move. I mean, Dinwiddie is a great scorer and a guard who can play off ball, and he's a leader. But so far, I don't trust this front office to make a smart move like that. I mean, Zion is on his 3rd head coach in 3 years. That is so dysfunctional. Remember when they hired Stan Van Gundy? It was like, what are you doing? Then they traded for Steven Adams and Eric Bledsoe. They extend Adams? What are you doing? And now letting Zoe walk to the Bulls and whiffing on their top targets? By now, I am not surprised. And neither is Zion's camp. There are so many rumors that the people close to Zion cannot wait for him to get out of there. It is not a surprise. But what would surprise me is Zion leaving after his rookie contract anyway. I mean, literally, no player has ever done this. He would have to turn down millions more than another team can offer. But does being Zion change things? I mean, this kid can earn so much in endorsements, especially if he goes to a team like the Knicks. Is there a chance that Zion is the perfect player to be that first guy to leave a max rookie extension on the table? I think he might be, but it would still be historic. But the Pels have messed up this kid's career so far, so maybe they deserve it. So yes, Kyle Lowry didn't go to NOLA, but he went to the Heat. And from Miami's perspective, look, I've seen the term super team thrown out there. That is insane. Kyle Lowry is good, but you need a 1A to win a championship. A 1A like Kawhi Leonard, the reason Kyle Lowry won a chip. A 1A like Giannis, or Kevin Durant, or LeBron James. Jimmy Butler is not that guy. Okay, he's great, and he's gonna get a deserved max extension. 1A guys aren't the only people who deserve a max, but we saw in the bubble, like, Jimmy Butler just isn't that type of guy to take you over the top. I think the Kyle Lowry move was great. They have great depth, but they're still not the best team, even in the Eastern Conference. If you want to see my full reaction to all the big moves from day one of free agency, check this out.